The next thing that I want to talk about, the reintroduction ladder. And ladders are important way more than just for reintroduction because they're important just to understand what a ladder is in general for this journey. Top of the ladder is the most whole form of the protein. So think the whole 3D structure of this protein hasn't been broken down at all. Most whole form of cow's milk is cow's milk. Most whole form of peanuts is just straight peanuts. Most whole form of soy is edamame. If I do process this protein in any way, and this can be chemically treating it, mechanically treating it, and most likely heating it. That's the most common way to treat these, or fermenting it. Those are kind of the 4 types of ways we can break these proteins down. I'm gonna heat it, and actually I'm gonna heat it a little, and I'm gonna ferment it. I'm gonna turn it into yogurt. And when I turn it into yogurt, I break the bonds between this protein, and now it's a smaller fragment of itself. Now I have yogurt, I'm eating the yogurt, and again, I am still transferring, when I consume this one fragment of beta-lactoglobulin to the breast. If my baby is allergic to that fragment that I transfer, then we see reactivity through the breast. Let's say I'm gonna break it down even further. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of the ladder. So every rung of the ladder is breaking it down a little bit more, either heating it more, fermenting it more, or it becomes a smaller and smaller version of itself, all the way down to the individual amino acids. The bottom of the ladder, the very first step, if we're gonna do a reintroduction ladder, is usually, not always, but usually baking that particular thing down in like a muffin or a cookie or a biscuit or something like that, where we're putting it in the oven at 350 for like half an hour. It's really long and it's really, really hot, and it's gonna break it down significantly. And so let's say we do that, and then we end up with these little fragments of this protein. And now we have all these different individual portions. And now you might notice it looks very similar to where we were when we transferred through the breast, because we have these little fragments of proteins. Back to the original discussion of when a baby has an allergic reaction, they react to a specific fragment of a specific protein. If in the heating process, you going from the top of the ladder of cow's milk and you heat the bejesus out of it, and now it's in a muffin, you may have broken it down so that, let's say like, okay, this is the fragment that causes my baby allergic reaction. Well, heating it broke it into this. And so now the immune system no longer sees it. Doesn't see it, doesn't have an allergic reaction. You pass cow's milk protein in a baked form. Fabulous, wonderful, you can eat all the muffins. That's great. Now you take one step up in that ladder, which is like a pancake, for example. You're not heating it as long for as hot. And now let's say that protein is only broken down to this, and that's the fragment that causes your baby an allergic reaction. You're gonna have an allergic reaction to this protein in a pancake, for example.